Chargers. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The first carry for Amir Abdullah. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A tackle for loss there. 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
And when you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him, that excellent combination of holding the point of attack and also getting upfield to make plays in the backfield.
And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. Stafford. Roberts with it over the middle. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well. And he's got it.
Stafford on 3rd down. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is, when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
On 1st down, it's Webb. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Let's go. 319. Gone. Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Watch it now, Barney.
To throw again. Webb. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was trying to find Ladarius Green there as tight end. And it's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look. 6 DBs.
Watch it now, Barney. All right, now look at 56. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
The play clock's running down. Webb now. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
And Detroit getting set to go now. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one. And
heavy contact. He is knocked down hard at the 8-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here we go with 2nd and 7. Throwing is Stafford. Ebron caught left side. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down. Here's Stafford. This is screen to Abdullah. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Going up top. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. They knew they were going to have great field position, went all out, got a little too aggressive.
And you have to understand your angles. They're cut down. When they're that backed up, you've got to be careful going after him.
Fresh set of downs here. Now Stafford hands to Abdullah. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Joey Bosa with the tackle for loss. How about that pedigree in his family?
Yeah, some good pedigree. Tell us about it, Mr. Davis.
Dad played in the NFL, first-round draft pick. Uncle was a first-round draft pick. He's got a brother coming behind him. But Joey Bosa, guy plays really, really hard and plays all aspects on defense.
To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So they're behind the chains as the offense. 12 yards needed on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he connects with Ebron. And he'll be knocked down sideways. A good pickup there of 20 yards. But no matter your experience level as a quarterback, you throw an interception on that first drive, maybe a little shaken up. Nice response there to get their first down.
I think you make an excellent point. I don't care who you are. You throw an interception, it's going to get to you a little bit. But the ones that we've seen that are the best, you never notice it. They don't come to the bench, throw their helmets, they don't do any of that. Just go back out the next drive and act like it never happened. And that's what we're seeing here.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. They'll try the air now with Stafford. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
The first update from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. The Lions on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Well, now they'll try the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Play fake to Abdullah. It's Stafford. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Third and long, it's Stafford. Going for the deep ball. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Wasn't it fun in pregame standing downstairs and watching Matthew Stafford throw the football? I mean, that bad boy just whistled.
He can just rock it.
It just whistled by us, didn't it? But what is the one knock on him? Accuracy.
Yeah.
And that's what we just saw there, an incompletion on that throw downfield.
So a 15-play drive. Can't believe that only resulted in 3, but it did.
That is somewhat amazing, isn't it? When you hold the ball that long, run offense that well, yet only put 3 points on the board, it has to be a little bit of a disappointment, doesn't it?
Has to. The Chargers getting set to go.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down.
Alert 86. Alert 86. All right, here we go. Green.
Out of the gun, it's Webb. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. He's a little too quick on that one.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. So a first quarter sack, and remember, keep in mind he had 2 sacks in last week's game.
And it's always intriguing to me to watch these great pass rushers because some of them, they need their teammates to scheme for them, maybe occupy people and make it a one-on-one matchup. Other guys, they just defeat everything in front of them. To get 2 sacks in a game, it's a little bit of both for you.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And 3 yards there takes them to the 45.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. They've got it 3rd and 10 here to start things out. Webb now from the gun. It's complete. Henry. And he's going to be marked down deep in Detroit territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Operating from the gun, Webb. And this is caught by Watkins for a Charger touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. The punter Kaiser now out to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. So here come the Lions now. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they go.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Here's Stafford now on second down. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. The Lions on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. From the gun, Stafford. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
All right, now look at 56. Look at
Now a first down throw. Webb. Flush. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
To throw on second down, here's Webb. Allen has it, left side. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there at 22. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Here we go now.
On 1st and 10, Webb. And it's caught over the middle by the tight end, Green. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
They start the drive with Abdullah. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On second down, here's Stafford. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
On first down, Abdullah. And look out, a big hit to the shoulder pads took him right off his feet at the 38-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a second and long. Operating from the gun, Stafford. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Melvin Ingram in there to get him. And that's sack number 12 for him on the year. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. From the gun, Stafford. And the pressure gets to him again.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. On the NFL scoreboard, second quarter up in Minneapolis. And it's the Cowboys that have moved down to an early advantage. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. They go play action here on first down. And he delivers a strike complete to Watkins. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
On first down, it's Webb. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And he's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Sammy Watkins with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. The punter Kaiser now out to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And Detroit getting set to go now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And they begin the drive with Abdullah. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down. That fits the bill.
A second down run for Abdullah. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. Remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this. The Lions on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Stafford. Ebron with it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. On after the sack, he's still down on the field. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. So Stafford forced to depart. And they'll turn things over here to the backup to see if he can dig him out of this hole. Now Kaepernick, flushed out right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's 3rd and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack. Now Kaepernick, his first toss off the bench. He's going to let this one go deep. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken in at the 22. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Around the NFL, second quarter in Santa Clara. And that one for the 49ers, now a 2-touchdown advantage. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. First down, Webb. He's got his man on the crossing route. Give him 30 yards there. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So 2nd and 10 here. Throwing again. Webb. And his throw is incomplete.
They always say that real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, timing, timing, timing. Got to be able to lead your man with the football.
And the timing off right there, threw it behind him. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56. Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun, Webb. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A.
Heard a coach talk about those late in the
It's 21-3. The punter Kaiser now out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down.
Stafford now to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. A gain of 6 there on first. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. To throw on second down is Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
The Lions on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 15.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Dancing to his left. And he's going to go down again. Joey Bosa in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we send you now to Orlando to check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, LR. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Off play action, it's Webb. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, trying to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. Buying time to his left. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Aldon Smith in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. What will Webb try to do here after the sack as he brings his guys up 3rd and long?
3 down. Here we go now. All right, now, look at 56. Look.
Webb to throw. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Here's Drew Kaiser now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 43. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Lions will take over. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
They'll run again. This time it's Abdullah. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And the tight end, Ebron, in motion. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To throw on 2nd down. Stafford, this is screen to Abdullah. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Stafford finding his big tight end Ebron for a Lion first down. To the ground now. Here's Abdullah. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Checking things elsewhere. 3rd quarter now from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The Vikings opening their lead up to 2 touchdowns now. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off that lead.
And now you put the pressure on your defense, who didn't particularly play all that well in the first half. But they're going to need to step it up here and make some plays if these guys are going to have any chance.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they? First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Now Webb. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Gerald Hodges leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. The Chargers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
All right, here we go. Back down to that Philly. Here we go.
Now Webb. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. On now, Kaiser, the punter, sending it away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They go with Abdullah again. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, Stafford. He completes it to Abdullah. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now a handoff here to his running back. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Abdullah on the counter. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
From the 50 at Stanford. And he connects with Ebron. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. Elsewhere, a third quarter score. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And a give this time to the tailback. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Second down following the run. Stafford gives to Abdullah. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Here's Stafford. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger offense making their way back out there. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Room here to run. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, L.A. A big play there. 77 yards. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness to it? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
The punter Kaiser now out to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And now the offense operates in the red zone. On 1st down, Stafford here. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
This is Abdullah, and this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Throwing is Stafford. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
So they're going to go for 2. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. To throw on 2nd down, here's Webb. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Webb now. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Checking the NFL scoreboard there in the 4th now in Minneapolis. And not much trouble in that game for the Vikings. They've opened their lead further. If they hold on, it would be win number 10 for them on the year. And tough starting field position here. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards. first down at Stafford. Looking downfield for Jones. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. 2nd and 10, Stafford again. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Stafford on 3rd down. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Stafford looks to throw again. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up in that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Operating from the gun, Stafford. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And now here's a carry heading left. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And oh, he coughed it up.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Following the fumble recovery, Stafford. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Charger TD. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick-6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick-6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. No gain on the screen there. It's second down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting down.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off at his own 46. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get only a couple down to the 44. Eight yards to go here on second down. And a give this time to the tailback. Flashy little move, but unable to reach the 40. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
On third down, it's Thompson. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe. So it is a 60-yard attempt here. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And that right there is something we've seen, I don't know, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Again, it's Abdullah. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Checking the NFL scoreboard, they're in the fourth now in Minneapolis. And it was the Vikings able to take home the victory. If they hold on, it would be win number 10 for them on the year. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Southern California, so long, everybody.